Sorry there, got a bit carried away. Fun times. No warm-up. No warm-up. Right in there. Oofed. Can you hear things? Can you hear, you had the track and stuff. I wasn't on the wee lav mic, was it? Did it sound good? Audio-wise, can you hear the mic? We're only on week 2 of everything changing over, so hope it's sounding half decent. Good point. Let's get the tunes on. Tunes. Party time. Excellent. Boom, boom. Done. Right. Hopefully they're all good. How's everybody doing? Thanks for coming and stuff. Let's say hello to the chat. Have I got the full chat up? The live chat, or is it top chat? It's live chat. We're good. We're good. We're good to say hello. Let's say hello, everybody. Scott Bogfoot first in. 0 fret. Good point. Actually, I think option 4 was 0. Wait a minute, is this working? Wait, take a risk here. Oh no. See, I figured something out. Option 4 was, yeah, 0 to 704 frets. So you're covered in there. Figured something out that no one cares about, so I'm just going to shut up. Right, sorry. Don't fret, says the Autumn Stone. Thanks for coming, Scott Bogfoot and the Autumn Stone. Barry Christian's in the house. Robbie F. Hello, mate. What are you saying? Vacation's over and you're back to work. Oh, mate, absolute nightmare. As usual, somebody scheduled a meeting. You'll have to watch later. No worries, mate. Thanks for popping in. WTF in the house. If you've got 5 frets, you're sorted. Any more than that, just contributed to neck dive. Nice one, mate. Serge for Tones in the house. How you doing, mate? Fret Naughty is here. Steve Perks has a dilemma. Do I park up in Dundee on the way home to Montrose to listen to Steve Cassidy live stream, or do I dash home to admire my new Jet JS400 delivered today? That's an easy one, mate. Go and get your guitar. That'll be way more fun than this. Oh, top tips for you, right? So, in my experience of many Jets, but just generally budget guitars, you'll probably already know this, but first thing to do is just bin the strings. Get the strings off there and get a nice fresh set on. And while you're putting a fresh set on, polish up your frets. Why not? We tweak the truss rod. Enjoy Strat heaven, as I like to say. Hope you like it, mate. What colour did you get? Francis Chambers in. Hello, mate. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Maria Muggs Davis is in. Hello. Peter Collins, Anton, John Channing, Hauser. The last time you played on the 24th fret, it was so high up you got a nosebleed and fainted. Easy done, mate. Relaxing Meditations in. Good evening, Steve. Hope all are well. How many frets we need? I would say a minimum of 22, but preferably 24. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, 22 and 24. Not enough guitars with 23 frets. Eh? That would be, is that a happy medium for a lot of people? Seems pointless, but maybe not. Maybe we need 23 fret guitars. There's a challenge. Somebody put, if you're watching on catch up, chuck in the comments if you find a 23 fret guitar that exists in the world anywhere on the Googles or something. Chuck a link in. I want to know. Jojo Fryrocks, how you doing, Jojo? You'll have a 0 fret. Great to see you. Sorry, I meant to say there. Jojo and I were on Andy Guitar Stuff Studios big fat quiz of the gear last night. It's not called that. I just called it that for a laugh. But yeah, worth checking out. We did a wee competition. No spoilers. Quiz thing, which was fun, I suppose. It was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. I had fun, so check it out, Andy Guitar Stuff Studio. Steve Reeser, how you doing, mate? Okay, speaking of Serge Vertone there. Richard Sheehan's in from Leicester. Hello. Amanda Coombs, how you doing? Thank you for representing the Canucks. Peter Collins in. Malachi Samuel's in. Hello, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Vincent Brennan, hello. Evening all, never counted the number of frets on my guitars. If I did not get the allotted, who do I sue? That's a good point. Consult your brand supplier. That's it. Who else have we got there? Richard Sheehan, how many frets? How many have you got? I'll try as many as I can. That works. Evening all, Graham Campbell is in the house. How you doing, mate? What's your video the other day? What was it? It was about back injury. Look after yourself. Took it on board, mate. I need to look after myself. You're right. Yes. Good on you, mate. I never commented. I should have. Sorry. Who else have we got in there? And check out Graham Campbell's channel, of course, and Searching for Tone, and Jojo Fly Rocks, and the other channels who are in as well, of course. Great. And thank you very much, Anton. We'll get there. Peter Collins. Only realised today that only my Strat has 21 frets and all the rest have 22, and my SE has 24. Shows I don't venture up that end of the necks. Yeah, I hear you. I do. Not often. I'm not up there a lot, but I said in the response to a few comments, one song we do in the band, Don't Stop Believing, Journey, you need that 22nd fret for, and you need to do a bend on it as well. So 24 would actually be better. And is it even a tone and a half bend? It might be. See, 23 frets, I'm telling you. Anywho, where do we get to? Oh, jumped, chat jumped. There we go, we're back. Mississippi Blues, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Greg Green, how you doing, mate? Hello, amigo from Hot Phoenix. Glad to hear it, mate. Oh, Willis Taylor, gone yourself, 4:33 AM here. Good morning to you, mate. That's a dedication for you right there, mate. I hope you're up doing something else interesting. I hope you're up for better reasons than this, but thanks for coming, mate. Much appreciated. Hozzer, sounding great. Thank you, mate. Great playing, mate. Love it. Thank you, Zeph Neeson. Much appreciated, mate. IMA 640's in the house. Thank you, John Channing. Greg Green, we're all saying we can hear good. That's great. Thank you very much. 50 Cents with Elizabeth Carr Ellis. There's a name. Lovely. Evening from Tayport, Steve. Thanks for coming. Love the name. 50 Cents with Elizabeth. That sounds very professional. Tayport just across the water there. Jed Ellis is in. How you doing, mate? Have we caught up? We've almost caught up. Greg Green says, just say no to 0 frets. Not a fan, mate. I've never had a problem with him. Willis Taylor, you're not sleeping, too stressed, you lost your job, company collapsed. Oh, mate, that is stinking news. I'm really sorry to hear that, mate. Hope you get back on your feet very soon. That's an absolute nightmare. What is the... Is it okay to ask what the company is? Just curious as to... Because like a lot of places are just not surviving anymore. But that's total bummer, mate. Hope all is well. Or gets well. Steve Perks is still here. Nice one, mate. Thanks for coming. Get checking that out. Your guitar. Time Surfing Alien. What's a fret? Don't fret. Don't worry about it, mate. What's a fret? Yeah, good point. What is a fret? How could, where's the lamb when you need him? He's got the science. Sunburst got the GS400. That's the same one I've got here. Nice one, mate. Although yours will have the nicer torque guard, which is what it's supposed to have. Zeph Neeson. Washburn in the late 80s made guitars with 29 and 36 frets with a cool crackle finish. Remember drooling over them in the local guitar shop. Look them up. Cool looking guitars. Pointless but cool. Nice, mate. I don't remember seeing them because I was always a fan of Washburn guitars. MG series, KC series, obviously the Nuno guitars as well. But yeah, I'll have to check them out, mate. The 80s was a crazy time. Oops, just missed there. What was Graham Campbell saying there? I'm determined to get caught up. Graham Campbell, yeah. Anyone remember there you go. The Washburns from the 80s that had 30 frets. That's exactly what Zeph was just saying there, yes. Jojo says the quiz was hilarious. Great fun. It was great fun. So if you're at a loose end, get over there and check out Guitar Stuff Studio. Jojo, maybe you could put a link in to the chat thing. Anyway. Greg Green, keep your head up, amigo. Keep in mind you can't fix stupid. As in management, stupid at this point. Just take care of yourself and your headspace. Yes, mate. Take it we're speaking to Willis there, yeah. Spot on. Johnny D, hello mate. Paul Vanova, thanks for coming, gents. Nice to see you. Cheers, Steve. Get that comment in. What was that? Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, mate. Apologies. Sean Plays Guitar, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Another channel you need to check out. Were you just live earlier today, mate? Sorry I missed you, but nice one. I've been editing. I'll need to tell you about this week's video soon as well. Giveaway coming. Oh, we're doing a giveaway. I've never done a giveaway before. Searching for Tones in here. He knows all about giveaways. Richard Sheehan. Uli John Roth has a cool extended fretboard on his guitar that always looked pretty cool. Mind you, he can make use of all those narrow areas on the board. Yeah, that cool kind of like teardrop shaped guitar. It's not teardrop. Seen Uli John Roth live a long time ago when G3, Joe Satriani's G3 was doing a Glasgow gig, and the G3 that time was Satriani, Uli John Roth and Michael Schenker, and I got to meet Michael Schenker briefly at that one, which was nice. He signed him a poster. I was probably like about 18 or something at the time. 17, something like that. Rob G, walk and talk. Thanks for coming, mate. Another Canuck in the house. Excellent. Well represented. That's what I like to see. Greg Green's that another one? There we go. All the Canadians are in. Nice one. Whoops. We jumped again. We jumped. Sorry. I'm catching up, I promise. Fatboy Blind says, with 21 frets, I always feel undersold, but I get lost on a 24 fret guitar. I've never felt lost on a 24 fret guitar, maybe because I kind of started on one. But yeah, never, like I say, it's rare I'm up that end anyway to get lost, but you're right, I do feel a bit cheated with 21 frets as well. And I always complain it's not enough. It's like, 21 frets isn't enough for me. But then you look at Malmsteen, he does just fine, doesn't he? 21 frets, what a player. Pardon me. 22 does seem perfect, says Sean. Yes, I agree. I'm all into 22 as well. What will I say there? Oh, support worker, nice one. Helping people with disabilities. Mate, you shouldn't be out of a job too long if that's your experience. Because, I mean, that's, if you think about supply and demand, is that the right words I'm looking for? Probably not, but in terms of people who need that service, the clients aren't going to go anywhere. So, you know what I mean? Those clients need to go to a new provider, and that should mean more jobs. It should anyway. I don't know. Sorry, just trying to put a bit of a positive spin on it if possible, mate, but good on you. Graham Campbell is the Washburn EC29. Thanks for looking that up, mate. 50 cents with Elizabeth Carell says, how many frets arm's length when you're just a 5 foot short person? All right, fair dues. Short scale, that's the way forward, isn't it? How many frets can you fit on a Mustang? At least 30. Yeah? Sorry, keeps jumping. Time surfing alien, love it. Frets, where we're going, we don't need frets. Nice. Can't be a bit of BTTF. Jimmy Biter in the house. What's up? How you doing? Thanks for coming, mate. Willis is asking how many frets on tellies and strats. Well, traditionally 21 for both, but in more recent modern years they added 22nd. And then depending on what they're doing. So back in the day it used to be the made in Mexico ones used to be 21, and it was made in America. You got 22 unless it was something like a classic vintage type thing or a Vintera. They'll still have 21 to be period correct. And then when that was one of the great things was about when the Player series came out, it was still made in Mexico, but it was basically American spec. So 22 frets, so that was good. Dave Lewis, Guthrie Govan is brilliant on his fretless guitar. He's just brilliant on everything. I would watch that guy play a broomstick. He's phenomenal. Thanks Jojo for popping that link into the chat there of the quiz from yesterday. Great fun. Search for Tone, the good and the bad of the giveaway. More good than bad. Let's hope so. I'm not going to do them too often, and it's not because I don't want to do giveaways. Well, it is, but it's not because I don't want to give stuff away. It's just feels kind of problematic and hassle-ish that I could maybe do without. But, okay, here's a spoiler. Spira guitars. It's going to be a Spira guitar giveaway, and Spira are handling it all, so that's what I like to hear. So I'll tell you about tomorrow's video while we're at it. Guess what? It's a Spira video. Review. Proper sponsored video. Proper sponsored. First one. I've been sponsored with gear before, but this is the first one where I'm getting sponsored monetarily. So you cannot trust a word that I say. It's all BS. Just pinch of salt and all that jazz. I've completely been bought. That's a funny thing, actually. You're mindful. It's always in the back of your mind. Well, it was in the back of my mind always. I find myself looking for more faults and looking for more bad things to say to make myself appear extra honest. Does that make sense? It's weird. It's a weird phenomenon. Because you're always just thinking about how it's been perceived. Well, I was anyway. I don't know. But see what you think of it anyway. I do my best. I'm pretty sure I've stayed true. I think I have. I've not edited the video completely. I'm going to do that tonight, and I'm going to try and get it out for tomorrow. It's not guaranteed that it's going to be out tomorrow. I'm doing my best. Okay, and then there'll be a giveaway, and there'll be a deadline on the giveaway. So I could tell you people in the chat, right? Because you're the regulars, the regs, the people we can rely on. So what you'll have to do, once the video goes up, which is hopefully Friday, the conditions are, 1, you've got to like Spira Guitars on Instagram, or follow them, or, oh, I forgot I can do that. I better not get carried away. Anyway, you've got to like them on Instagram, or follow them, or whatever it is you do on Instagram. Probably both. Like and follow on Instagram, right? And you've also got to, there'll be a question on the video, and you've got to answer the question in the video, and then there'll be a cut-off date, which I'm thinking is going to be Tuesday next week. Keeping it short, maybe Wednesday, because I'll have time on Wednesday. And then I'm going to go through all the comments, and I'm going to have to cross-reference who's liked on Instagram. Just make sure you like on Instagram, or follow, because that's important. So I'll be checking that with Spira, and then I'm going to get all the comments and the people and put a number to them, and I'm going to try and do like what Brian does on Searching for Tone, where he does the wheel thing, or a random number generator or something like that. I'll need to hit you up, Brian, and get some advice from you on that, and then we'll do it on the live stream. We'll announce the winner, eh? And then after that, it'll probably be a case of email me. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, there we go. That's all that stuff out of the way. Right, where did we get to there? Did I just see Guitar Quackery? I did. Hello, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. What did I miss? Just usual stuff, mate. You know what I mean? Talking about frets. Oh, Guitar Quackery and I had a wee comment exchange earlier. So a lot of people said the same thing, that what they don't like about 24 fret guitars is what it does to the placement of the neck pickup. It moves it further down. Let me explain. Here, this will do. So, on this guitar here, okay, let's say this is where the neck pickup is supposed to be. It's not really, it should be a little bit higher. You know what, I can't do this. I need to grab a strap, sorry. Whoops. Guitar just fell down. Anywho, I've also got this weird filter thing on the camera that's making everything blurred in the background, and it's kind of ruining this, sorry. Anywho, can we see this? Get in focus, you. Focus! It refuses to focus. Okay, anyway, neck pickup. This is how close it's supposed to be. So if there's another 1, 2 frets, which is where this is, then this pickup needs to move further down, which is not the optimum place for it to be in terms of tone. Getting a good tone, you know what I'm saying? So this is what a lot of people don't like about 24 frets guitars, myself included. So then I said to Dr. Q, Guitar Quackery, what we need is fretted pickups. You just need to put a couple of frets on these pickups, and then we're sort of... It might be possible. Dr. Q is looking at it. He assures me he's going to have a prototype ready by the end of the week. So there you go. That was actually one of the criticisms I had about the Harley Benton ST Modern Plus. Oh look, we're getting into guitars now. We're talking about guitars. It's hard to get this in focus. Yeah, so this almost has a 23rd fret. So check out, there's a 22nd fret, and then it's got this lip here for the truss rod spoke wheel to go in. And that is kind of like where, that neck pickup is kind of like where a 24th fret would be as well. See how there's a gap of about, I don't know, what is that, about 4 mil before the end of the neck, and then there's about another 4 mil to that fret. Sorry, I know it's out of focus. What you should do on this style of guitar, oh, it's in focus now there for a second. What you should do, I'll show you, is, whoops, we're making noises, that was a ukulele. Charvel. Now, although this maybe doesn't look as tidy, but see the pickup is like butted right up against the bottom of the neck there. Why will it not go in focus? There we go. Just put it in front of the face. So yeah, you can see it anyway. See, right up there. Optimum position. So it's going to sound more stratty. Although this one doesn't because the pickups are a bit too hot. Anywho, as you may have seen in last week's video with the HSS Strat shootout between the Solo King, the Charvel and the Jet. Right, sorry. Where are we at? I'm way behind, haven't I? Frets, we don't need no stinking fret. We're getting all the quotes now from Time Surfing Alien. Thank you, mate. Malachi, you just recently saw an old Hamer Super Strat with 29 frets on Hank Coffey's YouTube channel the other day. It's a very nice guitar. I've never heard of the channel. I need to check out Hank Coffey. Cheers, mate. Okay, Pablo Hank, 22 frets minimum and 24 is generally unnecessary. Well, I've been playing two 24 fret guitars this week. One of them was the Spear I was talking about, and the other one is another one of these Enyas, the other one. 24 frets on both of them. I've kind of been enjoying it. Still not my favourite, but the extra space has been nice. Greg Green is not a Canuck, just a fan of Letterkenny. I don't know who Letterkenny is. I probably should. Apologies. Frets, they're more like guidelines. Good point. No one can tell me what to do. Right, where are we getting to there? Go freelance. What is that? I don't know what's happening there. Oh, go freelance. Oh, super chat in the house there. What's going on there? Why can't I see that? It's at the bottom. There it is. Ah, Chaotic. Thank you so much. You absolute legend. Can't find the join button, so here's the equivalent. Don't do Patreon as I forget to log in and check posts up. Thank you so much, Chaotic. Hugely appreciated. Let me heart this. This sounds like a good time to plug the Patreon. So yeah, I have considered doing the memberships, but I wasn't sure about how to do the old monetization, so I thought I'll start with Patreon because that was the advice that I got from watching Andy Edwards, who was recommended to me from Jojo Fry. Yeah, he did like a seminar type thing and talked about Patreon, so I'm figuring that out first. We're getting there. But the thing is, if I did do channel memberships as well, there would still be more on Patreon because I don't want to post members only stuff on the YouTube channel. I just don't like the look of it. It seems a bit too bribey. I don't know. I'm just weird. I'm probably wrong. Sorry, there's loads of YouTube channels in here. I'm probably saying the wrong things, offending people. Not my fault. Not my intention. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. Right, where do we get to there? Guitar Quackery. Oh, Old Man Zen's in the house as well. Thanks for coming, mate. Catching up to the stream quickly. Good on you, mate. Hello when you get here to this point. Guitar Quackery, you prefer 22 fret guitars, but since I never play the 11th fret, you guess 21 frets are enough for me, skipping the 11th fret. That's interesting. What's all that about? Okay. Paul Vanova, whatever does the job really. Guthrie is a comprehensive guitarist and plays 24. Ed Sheeran vouches for a 3 fret guitar. Yeah, and who's made the most money? Yeah. A lot of people say, what is it, there's no money past the 5th fret or something like that. Or past the 12th maybe it is. IMA 640, the 20th and 21st fret could fall out of my Strat and I don't think I'd notice. Nice. Search for Tones asking, how many frets has Guitar Quackery refretted? It's got to be more than 22. Anyway. The Ubi's in, how you doing, mate? Caught you live a wee bit yesterday. Was it yesterday? Nice one. You're late. Sorry, we're mixing the track for your review on the SBHE. See, even I know that's a T's guitar now. See, I'm learning stuff. Jojo Fry, did you see Stevie T, Ed Sheeran 3 feet guitar? Is that a 3 fret guitar or a 3 feet guitar? That's a pretty big guitar. No, a 3 feet guitar's but normal, is it? I don't know. No, it's big. Maybe it's a bass. Anyhow. Johnny D, you got a PRS SE 2408 being on the 24th, once in 18 months. See? So it was worth it. What would you have done? See, in 18 months, say that was like the second month in, and you needed to go on that 24th fret and it wasn't there. That guitar wouldn't have made it 18 months, it would be in the bin. Vincent Brennan, how can you tell that stainless steel frets are really stainless steel? There's a good question. And you know what? Colin Scott, Science of Loud, did a brilliant video on that maybe about a year ago. Similar to that, he was actually talking about how there's a hardness like a hardness chart factor thing for different grades. I don't know what I'm talking about, as you can see. This is why you have to watch this video. But yeah, he's saying that some nickel steel frets can actually be harder than stainless steel. So it's more of a kind of spec sheet ticky-offy thing. Interesting. And I have heard of people with their guitars saying that they've worn through stainless steel frets before, which I thought was supposed to be near impossible. Excuse me. Steve Perks, you've got a... Hold on. Is that a 5-string maybe? 5-string Warwick fretless... Oh, Warwick fretless bass. That seems to do well without any. Nice. Yeah, it's a 5-string. Sorry, mate. Oofed. Warwicks, man. Great basses. Heavy as, though. Guitar Quackery. Honourable mention goes to microtonal guitars, which have additional frets. Yes. Little bits of them. That's interesting. I'd like to have a wee go on that for a change. Chaotic's in. Oh yeah, you've super chatted. Apologies. This is me just getting caught up. Thank you again for the super chat. Willis Taylor, you're waiting for Steve to do a video with him on his 5-string Sire bass. One day, mate. I will get around to it, I promise. I've got a massive backlog of stuff. Barry Christian, sponsored with gear means a whole different thing where I live. Well, I'm not even going to think about that. For the love of guitars then, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well. The Ubi's been productive. Good, good. Victory House, hello from Westminster. Hello to you, mate. Thanks for coming along. Excuse me. IMA640, there's lots of different stainless steels. Most are not magnetic. Aha, there we go. Right, let's jump in a little bit more. Greg Green, sorry I thought you were asking me, but we have another Greg in here. We Gregs in public are rare. There you go. I was at Greg's today. Different one. We've got Greg's in the UK, in case you didn't know. It's a chain of bakeries. They used to be quite reasonably priced, although these days it's starting to go up a bit. Victory House saying, spike the likes, pop pickers. Nice one. Willis Taylor is saying, some of us are more bass players. My guitar playing is the equivalent of Peter Buck and Kurt Cobain, not Eric Clapton. Nice. Your guitar playing. Alright, okay. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not actually familiar with Peter Buck. I should be. Kurt Cobain, I was doing one of his songs today with people. Great stuff. Right, I'm going to scoot up ahead a little bit here to kind of catch up a bit. Oh, it's good. You guys are all chatting amongst yourselves anyway. That's what I like to see. Guitar Quackery is on the NYC N train watching Steve Cassidy live. That is amazing. How mental is that? I'm in New York. I've made it. I've made it to New York. The Ubi, microtonal frets. I can't even hit normal frets. I hear you, mate. Last thing we need is more frets, is it? Guitar Quackery, thumbs up. Nice one. Stephen Barr, how you doing, mate? You're lucky that you don't work Fridays. Mon the 4-day week. Nice one, mate. As I say, I don't work. I don't go into my other job Monday, Tuesday, but I still work. I do this now. Lots. Time Surfing Alien. Pickup placement with different number of frets was something I did not take into account the first time I ordered a preload pickguard. Ah, yes, good point. Whoops, jumped up there again. It's always jumping. Sorry. I don't know where we're at. Oh, man, Zen's caught up, but I have not. I don't know where I am. Chaotic, you bought a ukulele yesterday. They're actually fun. Yeah, I quite enjoy a ukulele as well. Johnny D, you love Andy's channel. Mad as a box of frogs, but with great content too. Eclectic sums it up. And like me, he's a progger. Who's that? Andy who? Tell me, what have I missed? Sorry, it doesn't help that I'm sort of rushing through the chat here. Apologies. Malachi, it's nice to see that your opinions about that subject of Patreon only is very similar to mine, mate. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm still figuring it out. Where do we get to there? Sean plays guitar. You've got, is that a Harley Benton SG that has 24 frets and I wish it was 22. The neck scale feels a little odd. That's interesting. Derek Johnson, I never use the first and second fret. Third fret onwards. Fair dues, mate. That's different. Just put a couple of capos on the first 2 frets. Might as well. The Autumn Stone is always late, but you're here, mate. Thanks for coming. Right, sorry, I'm trying to catch up because we've not done the poll yet and we're out of scheduled time. Barry Christian, the number of frets are irrelevant. I can play just as terribly on any amount. Nice. Jojo agrees. I think I do too. Malachi, use a magnet to test and see if it's really stainless steel. Yeah, I'm not sure if that works all the time, mate. I don't think all stainless steel is magnetic. Is that right? Or it isn't? Can't remember. Sorry, you're talking there. Poo Ninja, Ruby makes very hard frets. Spendy to have cut and finish, but lasts ages. Good point. Would Diamond be the same with it? Nice. You'd go through the strings a lot quicker, though, would you? Oh, there we go. Steve Gunner says stainless steel should not be magnetic. Test with a magnet. That's the one. And for the love of God, for the love of guitar, sorry, it says doesn't work, Steve. Ah, okay. Mark's gas station. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming in. Hosler has retracted the message. Must have been something very offensive, was it? Talking about 40 frets or something. Is that what was going on there? Oh, right, okay. For the love of guitars, Keith says the magnet would have to be so strong it would stick to the truss rod. I remember reading or hearing about that recently. Was it someone else talking? Was it Phil McKnight maybe mentioned something about that? Good point. That makes sense. Cameron Kawash, how you doing, mate? Kawish, sorry. You don't really go that high on the neck, but normally the guitars with 24 frets have pretty good neck access. Yeah, that's what I've been finding as well this week. I have been enjoying the extra little bit of space. Oman Zen, speaking of chaotic about ukuleles, you don't find the tenors nearly as close to guitar size than the baritone in terms of size and playability. Of course, concert size does have a wonderful tone. Yeah, that's what I use. Got a couple of concert ukes. Since nobody asked, I thought I'll show you my ukulele collection. That's it. Actually, there used to be another one. Is there still another one? A wee cheeky Tanglewood. Was it Tribal Spirit or something? I got that one cheap on eBay. And then this Kala one, I actually got this one from George's Music in Orlando, Florida, which is sadly closed down. I wanted to buy a guitar when I was on holiday, but I bottled it, which means I chickened out and I got a ukulele instead because I was scared about customs and stuff. So there you go. There's the ukulele collection. Now you know. What's that? What did you say there? Did you say we should do a live stream about ukuleles next week? All right, I'll see you there. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. Time Surfinalia. Oh, could have told you how many frets were on the ukulele. Probably about, like, I don't know, what's that, 18 or something. Anywho. Right. I've lost place as well. Again. Indy, you've got a 1980, sorry, I just jumped in on Indy here. You've got a 1985 Aria Pro 2 Flying V that's been packed away in its case for so many years. It now needs a refret due to all the dents in the frets from the strings being pressed onto them. Alright, that's interesting. So what is the lid of your hard case is like pressing that much? That's not right. Shouldn't be that much contact, I wouldn't think. That's why they say never leave a capo on your guitar, folks, if you didn't know. Never leave a capo on your guitar. Take it off when you're done using it. And spring-loaded ones maybe aren't the best either, because it does more pressure than you need. Anywho, which will wear your frets. Guitar Quackery, you saw a guy on YouTube that installs glass frets. I've never seen that, mate. It's not you that does that, is it? Barry Christian, depends on the grade of stainless. Cheap Chinese 304 stainless can feel slightly magnetic. See, there we go. Time Surfing Alien, my guitar playing borders on blasphemy. Fair enough, mate. I had a blasphemous video a couple weeks ago. Maria Muggs Davies, the Gregs still do vegan sausage rolls. They most certainly do, because that's exactly what I had to do. But they've stopped doing the bakes just now. They said the steak bakes are coming back in again soon, the vegan ones. So that's something for me to look forward to. That's my life. Johnny D, Andy Edwards channel. Yes, brilliant. Thanks to Jojo for putting me on Andy Edwards. He's mental in the best way. Chaotic, you're going to buy a looper and try to do Gangsta's Paradise on the uke, which is 4 different layers. Only been playing 3 days. I believe you could do it. That would be fun. Do it. Cameron Kawish, you've got the 24 fret Harley Benton SG2. Your only complaint for it is that it's too thick for an SG. Yeah, I think I've got the same thing with the Fazley SG I got recently, but I didn't realise that until someone pointed out. Where did we get to there? Willis Taylor, you're off. Okay, thanks for staying up, mate, and I hope you managed to get a good sleep. And I hope things pick up soon, mate. You need some good luck. Hope you get some coming your way soon. Good night to you, mate. Martin Endine, it depends on the grade of stainless steel. For example, 301 stainless is magnetic, 316 is not. See, the magnet test is just not going to work in too many circumstances. Poo Ninja, if you need more than 24 frets, just get a Chapman stick or a Harpeggi. I don't know a Harpeggi, but I know a Chapman stick. Yep, I always need more than 24 frets. It's never going to be enough. Jojo saying these are nice ukes, Steve. Your daughter is learning at the moment. She's loving it. Oh, great stuff. It's the gateway instrument to guitar. Highly recommended. Search for Tone says, those originated in Portugal. Did you know that? Of course not. We found out yesterday during the quiz show. That's true. Graham Campbell, you've still got a t-shirt from George's Music. You bought a Digitech pedal there back in the late 90s. Nice one, mate. Yeah, I've got a wee polish cloth. It's the one that I use all the time. IMA640, handy hint, leave your guitar out in the rain. See if the frets go rusty. If they go rusty, they're not stainless steel. There's got to be a better way to do that. Nice one, mate. Old Man Zen, you've got a few ukes that are inexpensive, but you came into some money some years ago and decided to buy a really good one. The difference in sound and price ranges for ukes is absolutely nuts. I know, it's so small for them to get like into the sort of 4 figures. They've got to be putting jewels in them or something, haven't they? For how much product you're getting. But yeah, I had a pupil who liked expensive ukes. So yeah, and they can look really beautiful as well. I'd imagine the workmanship, so small and detailed, would be part of the price. Blur, unless the guitar has been stored face down, refer the case in the V. Oh, right, okay. Possibly, yes. Stephen Barr, Steve, how easy is it to install those guitar mounts on your wall? Is it something I want to do, but my DIY skills are sadly lacking? Mate, I'm the worst at DIY, and I managed to do that. I got lucky that, and it went in plasterboard as well. I used plasterboard screws. Yeah, I got lucky that they're solid. Yeah, but I managed. And those are the best ones as well. Hercules wall hangers. If you're thinking of purchasing them, because I ended up buying about 8 of them or something. Is it 8? Because I've still got one left to put up. I've not put that one up yet because it's going into a stone wall and I don't have a hammer drill. Anywho, yeah, if you're going to buy them, use the old Thomann link. That'll be in the description. I think I bought 8 from Thomann because that was the cheapest they were. Right, anyone got gold frets on their guitar, says Vincent Brennan. I do not, but yeah, I've seen that's a thing, gold Evo frets. They're probably not gold, but gold plated or something, I don't know. Right, we should do the poll because we're way behind. Let's get a quick look at the poll. And wait, before we do the poll, check out the Patreon. Here's all our Patreoners: Chris McKean, Danny Soul, William Taylor, Steve Murphy, Frank, Searching for Tone, Hoser Cottam, Frank Chambers, Al Lindsay, Steve Gunner, Kelso Brago Brandau, Antoine Auermenko, Cyborg Day Guitars, Emoji Face Person, Simon Wenlock, N. Pete, Stevie Mack, Paul Crane, Greg Stevenson and Francis Chambers. Thank you so much for checking out the Patreon. We've got some stuff on there now. It's starting to pick up a bit. I missed 1 week because I was doing the transfer over of Windows to Mac, and actually the last 3 uploads have been just about me moaning about that pretty much, and just giving away some little spoilers as to things that are coming up on the channel. Chaotic, is that another super chat? Oh, you absolute legend. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you, thank you. I do not deserve it, but thank you so much. You ended up with a ukulele as your 4-year-old cousin asked for a purple guitar. I stretched the strings and had too much fun, so bought myself one. Too right. They're loads of fun. I actually ended up teaching ukulele by accident. This guy got in touch with me, God, what would this have been? Probably almost 20 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. And he said, I'm looking for ukulele lessons. I was like, I don't teach ukulele, I teach guitar. He says, yeah, but could you, he says, I've been trying to find them everywhere. No one teaches ukulele. He says, would you learn it and teach me? Because I'm assuming it'll probably be easy for a guitar player. And I was like, all right then, I'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. So I ended up learning it, and I just had to stay a couple of weeks ahead of him to start with. He ended up getting really good as well. And then I ended up teaching ukulele, and I ended up being probably about, I don't know, a quarter to a third of my clients were students, if you like, were ukulele people, because it was really popular at the time, about 15 years ago. Yeah, and if you play guitar, it's worth picking up a ukulele, especially if it's, the baritone's usually in a different tuning, but if you play the soprano, concert or tenor, they're all usually in, kind of like having your capo on the 5th fret on the GBDE strings. Sorry. Yeah, DGBE strings, but it wouldn't be that tuning, it would be CGEA, I think that's what it is. But yeah, you can play all the same chord shapes and stuff. Loads of fun. Maybe I'll do that one time next week, but I'm way behind. Oh, I've not gone to the poll yet, I need to do the poll. Thank you again, Chaotic, you absolute legend. Double super chats, I don't deserve it. Indy, your guitars were stored on end in a storage container, but maybe a bit too snug and squashed them all together. Ah, right. That doesn't sound great. Bummer. Time Surfing Alien, you found a uke in the trash. You replaced the tuning machines with some guitar tuners. You fashioned a trapeze tail stop from a copper sheet. You put steel strings on it, and it's a very instrument now. It sounds like it would be, mate. That is very different. GCEA, thank you, Maria. Blur, your brother was in a big ukulele band. There were about 40 of them, and they all sang too. Yeah, they were massive. And you know what? Back, like I was saying, about 15, 20 years ago, the second person I started teaching ukulele to, him and his wife started coming together. He actually asked me to teach him tenor guitar, which is a different instrument completely. And he says, could you teach me tenor guitar? I really want to learn it. And at this point, I'd been teaching ukulele for about 3-4 months. And I says, do you not fancy the ukulele? It's kind of similar. I just couldn't be bothered learning another instrument. And I sold him on it, and he ended up teaching ukulele and starting his own group. And they're still going now. Is it Tay-Ukes or something they're called? But I don't think he's in them anymore. But he started it back in the day. Anywho, they got very popular. Quite popular among elderly. Right, let's do the poll. I'm sorry. Everything's all out of whack tonight. Oh, wait. And my Stream Deck does work. It was working last week. But there's a thing on the Mac where the windows don't stay alive. Right, here we go. We're asking about frets. How many frets would your ideal guitar have? 294 votes. Thank you very much. That's loads, by the way, because I ended up I did a, what do you call it? I put out another post after this one for the Andy Guitar Stuff Studios quiz, so that usually sort of stops YouTube pushing your previous post. So that's quite a lot considering. Anywho, excuse me, 294 votes. Who's the winner? 21 frets. Good enough for the legends, 18%. So that's pretty much the lowest, other than the people who are talking about weird stuff. The 2% who are into microtonal, fretless, or anything different and weird. So yeah, 21 is just not enough. 20% are into 24, and the winner by a massive amount is 22 frets. And that's where I am as well. I'm in this one. I'm in the majority for a change. I'm in with the popular people. Yeah, most of the time I'm in the minority, but not today. We'll read out a couple of comments. I'm so far behind. Gray Harris, I don't think you're in. 22 feels just right. You have a 24 fretter and you get confused about where I am on it. Yes. Someone else mentioned a similar thing earlier. So, like I said, I started on an Ibanez, so I don't really have that. Search for tone, you're in, but we'll read it anyway. Could save a lot of money and just fret the first 12 and leave the rest of the scale fretless. Oh yeah, yeah, I was saying to you in the comments, Music Is Win had a PRS made like that. Is that chaotic? Stop it! Another super chat. Oh, thank you so much. You absolute legend. You don't have to do it anymore, but thank you so much. You didn't have to do it in the first place, but thank you so much, mate. Last one. By the way, I'm tempted to bring my Solo King over for you to have a try. You're going to be in the area in September. Oh dear, Solo King, I better heart that comment first, sorry. Thank you again, once again. Solo Kings, I don't know if you've seen my last video. I didn't love the Solo King. I didn't love it. Which one have you got? Which one have you got, mate? Because they are really good guitars. I just didn't like the pickups. Have you changed the pickups on yours? That would be cool. Keep me posted. Keep me posted with that. Interesting. But yeah, I do like the Solo Kings. Just, yeah, pick up. And the weight. Be interested to know what the weight of yours is, what model, and if you've got the stock pickups in it still. Nice one. Thank you again for the super chat. You're far too generous. Right, where are we? We'll go back to our poll again. Sorry, right, where are we here? Soylent Green. You'll take whatever is around. At the moment, it's Ibanez RG 1070 with 24, and you've got a nice Fender parts caster. You build with 22. You just love them all. Look at that. Isn't that a nice message, isn't it? The Gain Dane. You prefer 22 only because the fret spacing on the 23 to 24 gets so small for your fat fingers. I hear you, mate. Well, I don't suffer from it, but I could see how that would be a problem because it does get a bit crowded up there, doesn't it? King Karl says, nothing but dust above the 10th fret, surely. I think that probably is the case for most of us, including myself. I think if I wasn't playing in the band, it would be the same. John Robson, we'll always read out John Robson's comments, and I just watched his video earlier today. Check it out. So, he's got a tip for you, why you should buy a thermos, and you could potentially bag yourself some kind of custom shop guitar. That was very entertaining. I just watched that just before I came on live here. Nice one, John. I enjoyed that. So, John's live stream is tomorrow, 5 PM, beer o'clock, UK time. Great fun had by all. So, John says, 22 frets gets you to a high D note. An important note in most guitar-friendly keys like A, D, G, C, and so on. Stopping one fret short of that C sharp, as it happens on 21 fret necks, annoys me more than I can rationally explain. See, but that does seem like a rational explanation to me, doesn't it? Good on you, John. Always a fountain of knowledge, that man. Oban Zen, I feel we're a pole away from asking what degree of pointiness on upper and lower horns provide the best tone. I did have a chuckle at that one, mate, because I think it's become pretty obvious that I'm running out of ideas for the polls. I've got plenty, but I'm starting to recycle them. But I'm also trying to think of ones that are... See, never run out of topics to have a live stream on, but it's always hard to fit into a poll of 4 options. That's the tricky part. For me, it's keeping it engaging. And I always say it, the poll doesn't matter. The actual poll itself, it's just the engagement, getting involved. It's this part that is the best, the comment section. Like Mark Erickey here saying, fretless. Frets are like training wheels on a bicycle. Nice. Oh, I've not even responded to that. That was 6 hours ago. Sorry, mate. I have now. Guitar Vacation, my good pal, what you saying to me? I once played a Strat with 22 frets, and that's how I discovered the secret note H natural. So that's where it is, eh? Nice. ESP Me DLX, is that deluxe? As many as possible. How have I missed that one 13 hours ago? Sorry, a bit of liking heart that, apologies. As many frets as possible, why not? Medi Music says 22 is enough. The Puffman says fretless guitar and bass, tonal freedom, and no buzz or clack. There's a good point. Jojo's in. Bonkers 622. 21 frets is more than enough. Yes, mate, it is for... If it's enough for Malmsteen, then it should be enough for the rest of us. But Malmsteen doesn't have to play... what's it called? Don't Stop Believing in his cover band, so... Ah! Why is it not working? Sorry. What? Oh, now the Stream Deck stopped. There we go, we're back. Right, we're missing the live, sorry. We might have to go on a wee bit later tonight. Okay, right, I'm just going to jump in here at Stefan Bar. You're going to pick up a Harley Benton from Thomann soon, so I'll use your link for it, Steve. I picked the right comment there. Apparently you get a lot for your money since they miss out on the middleman. That is exactly right, mate. I mean, in terms of specs for the money, mental. What are you going to get, mate? See, if you go like around about 200 and up, that's where they start putting stainless steel frets on things. Not all of them, I'll tell you in the specs, but I think it's worthwhile. If you've never tried them either, it's a good way to check them out on a Harley Benton because they're not too expensive. I've actually heard their SGs are good, although I've never tried one. Although a couple in the chat said too thick and something off about the scale or the spacing, so maybe not. The Fusions are very nice. I had a Harley Benton Fusion 2 for a while. Yeah, depends what you like. That's the good thing as well. There's pretty much something for everyone because they do their version of a lot of models. The ST Modern Plus is a beast of a guitar. If you like modern necks, I think that's the best guitar on the market for the money you can get. There's a lot of things I don't like about it, but in terms of what you get for the price, unbeatable. And I still need to... I've got my pal Steve Murphy is hopefully taking this one off my hands. I've been saying it for ages, but I've not got around to finishing the videos with it. I'm going to do a shootout with that in the Charvel, and then that is it. It's done. Right, Chaotic, I know you don't love it, but I think you've got different pickups in the one that you don't like. Ah, have you got HH one maybe? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm following you now. You're getting a custom made one, right? Okay, nice one, mate. Got you. I remember what's going on with that now. Jojo's off. You're having problems getting your son to sleep at the moment. Enjoy the rest of the Uke chat. Thank you, Jojo. Thanks for coming in and supporting. And check out Jojo's channel, of course, as if you haven't already. Doomer64. Funny enough, I don't have a 24 fret guitar, but my 434 Yami has, I think. Lol. What? I don't know what's going on there. Sorry, mate. I missed that there. Oh wait, we just missed something there. Someone says, what's happening, Steve? And there we go. BCG5150, how you doing, mate? What's happening, Big Steve? It's all good, mate. He's in. Hello, mate. We're all saying hello. This is good times. Old man saying, you just had to go and touch buttons, didn't you? Yes, I did. So I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you, right? Here's my annoying setup here with the... See, is it going to work? Let me just try this, just to see if it works. No, the Stream Deck's just stopped working. That's annoying. I don't know why that's happened. Right, but yeah, I've got different windows up, right? So I've got my streaming software window. Obviously, it's not a window because it's not Windows. It's Mac now, isn't it? So, window. I've got the streaming software window up, and I've got a Safari window up over here that I'm looking at the chat on, because it comes in real time, even although I'm never caught up with it. And then at the bottom here on my other screen, I've got the poll. Now on Windows, it wouldn't matter if you had 3 windows open, or which one was active. I could just press the Stream Deck at any time, and it would operate what's on the streaming software. But for the Stream Deck to work, I've actually got to manually click on the window to make it active. It's so annoying. And then when I want to go to the chat, I have to, oh no, I can just scroll on that, that's fine. But yeah, I kind of need to click on and off of it, which is quite annoying. But now the Stream Deck isn't working at all, so I don't know what's going on. Anywho, where do we get to? Chameleon spray paint colour is real. It is real. Steve, that chameleon spray paint colour, it is real. Is this the one that's on your channel we're talking about? I need to get my head in the game, remember what we're talking about there. Sorry, Steam's almost over, but I need to kind of catch up. Apologies. Right, where are we at? Bluer, you've got a roll of stainless steel frets from when I installed them on a Squire some 20 years back. Nice. Are they still stainless? That would be a good endorsement. Chaotic, you're passing through both Edinburgh and Glasgow on your way to Oban. You're from Oban. Lovely up in Oban. Beautiful place, especially if you get the weather. Hozzer, you found the necks on the Harley Bentons too much like the thick end of a baseball bat. Yeah, they're not my favourite Harley Benton necks, I've got to say. Although I would like to try the ST62, I've not tried one of them yet. Maria says, George Formby and the Tessie O'Shea were the king and queen of the ukulele. I don't doubt it for a second. Excuse me. Doomer64, your bass, what's going on? Right, where are we getting to? Yeah, no bass. What's going on there? Bill Mumbo, George Formby was a monster ukulele banjo player, Steve. I don't doubt it for a second. Banjolele, there's another one. It's like a ukulele with a banjo body, isn't it? Casement window, what is going on here? Is that what we'll call it? A casement window, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, Graham Campbell, have you seen Fender's new DAW Studio? It's free and pretty good. I seen someone had a thumbnail of it the other day. Who was it? Can't remember, but yeah, I'll check it out. Because I'm in the market for a DAW, although I've just got GarageBand now. Sometimes called GarageBand. So yeah, I'm going to start getting into that this summer, I think. I think I'm going to try and start making backing tracks. I asked, is it a real colour? You say yes. Right, got you, mate. Thank you. Oh man Zen, you work in IT. I'd love to give you a hand with your issues, but I feel it would be brutal from this distance. Yeah, I've got another issue that I was on with Apple support, and they were able to come on with the wee arrow thing, and they couldn't take control of the computer, but they could tell me where to point at things. We were on for about half an hour, and he couldn't solve one of my issues. I've got two monitors set up, and my one that's the main monitor won't show the dock. The dock will only come up on the secondary monitor, even though this one's coming up as the main monitor. So when I'm on the secondary monitor where the dock is, I have to open all my apps and programs from there and then drag them up to the main monitor, which is a total pain. Anyway, but I did start editing this week on the Mac, and it's pretty good. Scott Bogfoot, you just bought an Elgato setup for your second gaming channel. Hopefully it doesn't give you any issues. I hope so too, mate. Yeah, I need to figure out what's happening with this. Paul Bradshaw's in the chat. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. You use OBS, Steve. Stream Deck should be good with that. For the frets question, 22 is the sweet spot, 21 you feel there's something missing, and 24 for metal, but there's no money up there anyway. That's it, mate. You can pretty much end the stream right there. I use Prism Live, which is like a version of OBS for idiots. That's why I use it. Pardon me. Right, okay, we're almost caught up here. Listen, thank you all very much. Wait a minute, what are you saying, searching for tone? There's a program called Loopback for Mac that may help with audio issues and routing. Interesting. That's how you get your Elgato to talk to the streaming software. I mean, it was working earlier. Just don't know what's happening now. Sister Rose, you've just came in with all the stories, and I'm having to call it a day. I'm really sorry. What are you saying anyway, quickly? You've got 3 guitars for different purposes. Your main Sire Super Strat is your main guitar that's good all-round rock, alt-rock, funk, etc. machine. Your Squire Jag for awkward shoegaze chords. Harley Benton CST24 HB for down-tuned stoner stuff. You actually want to tune it in open C and play dirty down-tuned slide. Well, I think you should. That's what you should definitely do. And you've got 3 basses for portable stuff. It's all happening. IMA640, has anyone seen Rob Chapman's video where he says that the price of a guitar is not a sign of quality, but just what the brands think they can get away with? I've not seen that one, but I could not agree more. Sorry, I'll go on a wee extra rant. We're already 3 minutes over, but we'll keep going because that's funny. Oh, look back is a monster. Right, I'll need to find out about his look back. Thank you for this. Right, yes. Has anyone seen Rob Chapman's video where he says the price of a guitar is not a sign of quality, but just what the brands think they can get away with? Yes. Well, no, I've not seen the video, but... oh, Novice Noisemaker, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, mate. Great to see you back on YouTube as well. He's back, yes. And you've seen the video too. Awesome. Right, sorry. So yeah, what they can get away with. Like the specs you get at certain... I'm talking about Fender here. Always talking about Fender. So what levels they do prices of. So it's like if you say the Fender Player Series, for example. Oh, you know, it's great, but it would be great if they just did the sculpted neck here. That would be brilliant if they could add that to the Player 3 Series or something like that. Or if they do the Player Plus, they should add the sculpted heel joint. Or we should get a pop-in trem arm or something like that. But if they did that, there would be no reason for you to buy the Ultras and all these other higher up ones. The only reason that they're at those price tiers and specs for a reason, and they can't give you more because it would devalue what they're asking for the top end one. Is it worth it? No, pretty much never. But anyway, in fact, that could be a good video one day. Why it's pointless to spend more than $1,000 on a Fender guitar. Because I mean, the Player Series and the Venteras are phenomenal. I mean, what more do you need from that? As soon as you go up from that, oh, actually maybe the American Professional's good. I'll need to check that out. But once you start going up the higher end, they start putting noiseless pickups in them. And they're stinking. They're not as good as the normal single coils. Sorry. Right, shut up. Okay, so yeah, when you look at something like an Ultra, pickups wise, that's a downgrade, in my opinion, compared to a Player. Right, sorry. And an Ultra has a flatter radius, so get out of here. Right, I'm going. I'm sorry. We're getting ranty. What we're going to do for next week's topic. Okay, remember, tomorrow, hopefully, if I can get it done in time, we edit it right now, there will hopefully be a Spira video tomorrow, and it'll be a giveaway, and there'll be a deadline for entries, probably Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and then next week on the live stream, we'll do the giveaway. If all goes to plan. If not, it'll be the following week, but that's the plan. Right. Thank you all for coming. Let's do this. Hey! Until next time, see you later. Yous are all the best. See you later, Nat. Alright? Be good to each other. Jerry Springer. All that stuff. Right, okay. We're finishing the stream somehow. See you later.